Hey guys, welcome to Decidedly Neapolitan. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my chair while I'm talking here. Yeah, so I've been doing a few things here, and I just thought I would take a couple minutes and show you guys what I've been up to. Got myself a little XP drain going here. But as you can see, this looks a little different. I decided not to go with the naturized setting, but to make it functional. So I've got my enchanting set up here, got some books over there, got an anvil. This is just blank books, and oh, got arrows in there. Oh, okay. This is the typesetting table. Now, I can't make, there's a printing press that goes with this. You use this as part of Bibliocraft, and you can use it to duplicate your books. You know, your, I can't reach it here. Your enchanted books here. Wrecking One, which I don't know what that is. But I don't have a blaze rod, so I can't make the typesetting. That's a typesetting machine. Can't make the printing press because I don't have a blaze rod. But I do have that, and then, you know, it's been a while since I've really messed with this, so I'm not 100% sure what all of the procedure is. I know you have to make I forget what you call it, little carriage kind of thing, and you have to put ink in it and whatnot, but I'll have to study up on that. But I don't have a blaze rod, so I don't even know where there is a fortress. So yeah, that'll have to wait until I get that squared away. But once you get that set up, you can duplicate your books. I think each plate is worth so many imprints and whatnot. So got myself a little disc rack here because I got a couple discs and a little player. Got my bed here. Got a table here and a clock. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Just some trophies that not really trophies, but just stuff that I've collected here. Got my tools set up. This is some old armor, and here's some other armor. And if you know anything about a mod called the Twilight Forest, that'll look familiar to you. Got myself a shiny sword and a diamond sword. And as you can see, I've got an elevator, and the elevator will take me to, if I can remember how to do it, there we go. Take me down to level number 2, which is where I started my sort of processing center and whatnot. So now what I've been doing is kind of just figuring out the power situation. This is actually, all of this right here is going to end up going in behind these walls. But I just been fiddling around with it, and I've come up with this setup here. And this provides a lot of energy. It requires a lot of lava. These are all magmatic dynamos. This is a magma crucible, basic one, which I need to upgrade, and I'll generally upgrade that. And when I'm running nether racks, basically what you do is get down here so we can see it. You convert netherrack into lava. The lava flows into these pipes here. Now these are Buildcraft pipes. Now the reason I'm using Buildcraft pipes is because the basic fluid ducts will not handle lava. They explode if you try to put lava through them. And so I'm using the waterproof Buildcraft because I didn't have the proper machines set up, which I do now. I've got the induction smelter set up, so I can actually make the fluid ducts now. The upgraded fluid ducts, but I just went with the Buildcraft. It works real good. Of course, you have the wooden pipe, which is what you use to extract it. Now these are quartz fluid pipes here, and the reason I was using quartz is because it's got a low drag on it, and it basically flows into these magmatic dynamos, and they fill up with lava, and they generate energy. And I've got two over here. I've got two of the hardened energy cells. Most everything is hardened now, but kind of got to the hardened level. But these are energy cells, and as you can see, it says durability, but that's the charge on them, and they hold quite a bit of quite a bit of energy, and of course they're both full. And what I do is I just slapped them over here and let them charge up. Now again, this was just basically for me to figure out the system, and I'm pretty much going to go with this system. I think this works real well. This is my aqueous accumulator here. So what I'm going to do is basically dismantle all of this, and I'll put it in behind the walls, and then what I'll do is I will run, you see how we've got this power strip here. I will run it along the walls, probably at this level, and just run it all the way down this way. So I can just line these walls with the different machines that I need, and there are quite a few. There are quite a few of the machines here. You've got, I've got a bunch of them already. Furnace, redstone furnace, I have that. Pulverizer, sawmill, don't have that one yet. Induction smelter, got that one. You need the induction smelter to make the alloys, which is what it requires. Some of the, like the fluid ducts and stuff, require alloys, but they also require a, what's it called? A fluid transposer, so I need to get that set up as well. Glacial precipitator, that just makes ice, basically. Igneous extruder, which is over there, and that's what I've been using to make cobblestone and whatnot. Aqueous accumulator, got that. Cyclic assembler, this is what you use to make some of the other items that you require for the higher level. The energetic diffusers for the higher level stuff, and then the photogenic isolator, I don't really know what that is. I haven't really messed with that one before, so I think it has something to do with crops or something. I'm not exactly sure what that is. But these are hardened flux ducts, so and I've got magmatic dynamos. I think this is a hardened induction smelter. This is a basic redstone furnace, basic pulverizer. So I need to upgrade those to hardened, and I've got a basic crucible. So I guess really the only thing I've got hardened right now is this guy here. So I need to upgrade everything and get it up to the hardened stage, which it just makes it run better, run faster. It just requires a few more resources to do, but I think I've got to the point now where I can generate. I've got plenty of resources, although I need to probably go do some more mining runs. Mort made me a bronze hammer, so yeah, so I can basically just whack on stuff and get it very quickly. Ironwood pick from the Twilight Forest. I'll show you that here. And got myself a machinist workbench. I saw B-Ran was using one of these. I actually forgot that these were in the game, but I made myself one. And basically what you do is you create yourself schematics. Let me see. So you just create yourself different schematics. So I've got one for Invar, I've got one for bronze. I need to do one for Electrum, because Electrum is required for the higher tier stuff. So I need to do a schematic for the Electrum. And the schematics are just basically paper and lapis, so yeah, it looks pretty good. Got my wood, stone, and mob drops here. Got some fireflies from the Twilight Forest, and yeah, got some bones from the Nether, and yeah, and as you can see, I've got tons of storage here. And this is the little. I kind of like this little setup. I'm kind of doing everything in sort of a theme on the server. So everything that I've been doing kind of has this kind of color palette and theme associated with it. Let me show you what else that I've done. So yeah, see, you can see this is, I'm going with the same theme up here as well. I think it looks nice. I like it. I really do. So let's head on up this direction. And I've been collecting just different stuff from the Nether here. These guys, if you walk on them, see, they catch you on fire, so you gotta be careful. Just got a little bit of stuff going back here. Got some cactus. You need that for the waterproof pipes. Got a slime tree. Jefferson, if you remember, he got me a bunch of that stuff, so I've got that going. Got a couple of haven't got into IC2 yet, industrial craft yet, but I will, and I've got some rubber trees there that I'm going to be that's an eyeball plant. That looks kind of crazy, doesn't it? That I will be getting into. I'm going to use thermal expansion is going to be sort of my main processing vehicle, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what you really want to call it. The main thing that I'm going to do all of my ore processing stuff will be with thermal, and the reason for that is, wait till it gets dark and I'll sleep here because I'm the only one on the server right now. The reason for that is when you pulverize stuff, see, you get an extra. You get an extra item, so you got a chance of getting extra stuff. So not only do you get the double ores, but you get a bonus as well. And the same with the induction smelter as well. And the sawmill, when you get that, that'll give you an extra as well. So, and you don't get those extras with the industrial craft stuff. You just get, it doubles the ores, but you don't get the little extras. And I like the little extras because they've got some good stuff. You can get some shiny, which, see, I'm running a shiny sword right now. Look at the durability. It's 1700. Look at the attack damage, +8. And all of the shiny stuff is really good. It's basically comparable to diamond, but it's very rare, very, very rare. And it's probably more rare than diamond, I guess, in a way, because I've actually been able to collect quite a few diamonds. So, but yeah, the shiny stuff. But you get those little extras. But I am going to use the IC2 because I want to set up a diamond manufacturing facility, and that's going to be the next level down. But I'll get to that in time. I set up a bunch of in the Twilight Forest. There's some what's called ironwood, and you basically make an ironwood mix. You use iron and ironwood and a couple other things. I forget now exactly what it is. And then you smelt it up and you get ingots, and with the ingots you can make tools, but you can also make armor. And everything that you make comes with an automatic enchant. In this case, you get efficiency 1, get aqua infinity on the helmet, protection 2. Well, you get protection 1. Let me see if we can. I think this is a. Come on, it's not letting me. Oh, there we go. Aqua affinity 1, protection 2. Yeah, you get protection 1 and on everything, and then feather falling 1. I've been bumping it up because I've been making quite a bit of. I collected a bunch of ironwood, and as you can see in here, I still got a bunch of ironwood ingots. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good on that stuff. So I've been kind of upgrading that. It's got real good durability on it. So yeah, it's basically other than the diamond and the shiny, ironwood gives you the best durability. So yeah, I've been using it. It works out really well. Notice we got a new path here. I built that. Yeah, and I've pretty much connected up everybody. As far as I know, I think everybody's connected up at this point, except for Mort. Now Mort's blacksmith shop is connected up, but not his actual entrance, which is like way over there, and that's just too far. I'm not going to mess with it. But here's my little shop, Ye Old Stoneworks. So I think I'm the only one that has a shop on the server. It's donation based, so if you feel like coming and getting something and want to make a donation, feel free, but it's not required. All of this is free, and basically I thought, since we've got the chisel mod and we can make all kinds of cool chisel stuff, so I'm starting to collect different types of stones. So I got a abyssal stone, marble, andesite, limestone, diorite, got some mossy cobble, some sandstone, netherrack, which you can chisel up, and some obsidian, which I've been using which I've been making over there in my processing center. So yeah, so again, the same kind of theme, and you notice that the path is also the same kind of theme. That's kind of the theme that I'm sort of going with here on the server, at least for right now. So we got the path, and like I said, pretty much everybody's connected up. Jonathan isn't, but he's across the river, and I think they're working on building a bridge over there. It goes down here to Jefferson's place. In fact, there's two branches of this one. I thought it would be better to go with 2 branches instead of just the one. But Jefferson and I forget who else is down there. Is down this direction, and then KB and oh, I forget who's in these houses. That's what happens when you get old. Scary Thaumcraft stuff. Boy, these Thaumcraft guys, they're really been causing me trouble. Yeah, I ran into one of those. I don't know what. Oh, Kingy. That's right. I ran into one of those Dark Knights from one of the floating altars. And yeah, he just about... I was able to get away from him, but then there was a swarm of angry zombies that were popping up out of nowhere, just because they pop up from those altars. Those pillar altars you get will just spawn angry zombies all over the place. And a whole swarm of angry zombies, and they killed me. Killed me twice, actually. It was kind of a mess. Oh, they did. They made the bridge. Well, I don't want to look at it. I'm probably spoiling it, so I don't want to do that. Jefferson found, I guess in the Twilight Forest, found an uncrafting table. It's kind of cool. So, and here's the Twilight Forest. So, yeah. Let's take a look at it. I went ahead and made the portal after I was talked to the guys. And I've got myself a little base set up over here. Let's go over there and take a look at it. And that'll kind of wrap up the things that I've been doing here. Nobody's. So yeah, I really like the Twilight Forest. This is my favorite alternate dimension type of mod, the Twilight Forest. I really love the Twilight Forest. Now, the dungeons that are here, you know, and if you know anything about Twilight Forest, you know that there's a bunch of dungeons here. And honestly, the dungeons are pretty much on the lame side. You really don't get... It's not really worth the effort that you spend. What you get is the rewards that you get aren't really worth the effort, except for the Hollow Hills, which are just chocked full of resources. Tons and tons of resources. So yeah, those are worth it. But other than that, to be honest, I'm not probably going to mess with too many of the dungeons. I'm letting the other guys mess with them. But I will probably tackle a Hollow Hill, and I'll probably just record. See, there's a hollow. Oh, here's one of those guys. Oh, he ignored me. Okay, good. See where? Oh, here we go. There's one here. There's one over there. In fact, right around Twilight Spawn, right around the spawn area over there, we've got a ton of. There's a Naga. There's a castle. There's just all kinds of stuff. I hear him somewhere. Must be down below. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you could stay down there. You're not hurting anybody. Let's see, where is my... Okay, it's over here. You can see my treehouse. I've got a little treehouse set up over here. My treehouse is right next to this hollow hill. And there's also one of those castles. I forget what they call them. What are those guys called? Oh, I don't know. That, you know, they have the little twirly shieldy things, you know, and they got the guys that they spawn the little invisible guys and that shoot at you. And you can get a staff from them. It's, you know, it's okay. It's nothing special by any means. But yeah, I'm probably going to tackle that hollow hill. Here's my treehouse. Whoops. Let's go on the other side of this. There's like a ton of ravines over here. Of course, they're full of just resources. That's one thing about the Twilight Forest. It just has a ton of resources. Oh, there's the castle right there. So, and what I'm going to do is these pink or blue slimes are pretty annoying. That's for sure. That's the kind of the downside on living over here is these slimes. But you see the little castle here. But here's my little tree house that I've got set up. What I'm going to do over in the Twilight Forest is I'm going to do forestry. I thought, you know what? That's kind of appropriate, right? Do forestry in the Twilight Forest. So I'm going to do all my forestry stuff here in the Twilight Forest. So yeah, so I've got myself a little base here set up. One thing nice about the Twilight Forest, you can sleep anytime because it's Twilight. Ha 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 ha. It's your spawn. Now, I don't know if this overrides the spawn in the overworld or it just sets it here. I can't really remember how it works because it's been a while actually since I've messed with the Twilight Forest. But check that guy out. Now, of course, I can't tackle this because the way the mod is set up now is you have to do the achievements in order for you to be able to tackle some of these. There's some closed off areas, and so what you have to go through is do the achievements. So what have we got? The boots are mine. Defeat a red cap golem in a small hollow hill. Now I've done a couple of them, not intentionally, but you know, kind of unavoidable. So arrival, build a portal, the arrival, and hunt some wildlife. So I need to, as I go through and do these, I'll probably record them and just kind of piece them together for you and just do them as little blurbs here. Look at these guys. I just love this place. I do. I just love this place. I do. I would stay here all the time if I could. I just like it. It's really nice. But anyway, it's got a little base set up here. Really nothing much going on right now. I'm going to be working on getting the thermal stuff set up, and then I'll probably start on IC2 and get that stuff set up, and then after that, once I get those two areas set up, then I'm going to start on working on the forestry stuff, and I'm going to do that here. And so this will be my base of operations here. So I'll be spending a lot of time over here in the Twilight Forest, and this is where I'm going to do all my forestry stuff here. And I picked this area here. It's relatively close to spawn, but it's got a nice area here where I have room to work, basically. I didn't want to go out too far. I don't know really how far out BRAN wants us to go here in these extra dimensions. Oh, I'm stuck on something here. Stop it! Stop it! Need to put some string in this. I'm not really sure how far out he wants us to go, so I didn't go out. I didn't want to go too far. But as you can see, I've got a nice little area here that I can work with. This is actually the Firefly Forest. So it's got that's the mushroom forest over there, or whatever it's called. I think it's called the mushroom forest. I've got this nice little ravine here, which sort of offers a natural barrier to these stupid slimy guys. And then what I'll do is, you can see the barrier here because I can't get in there and do it. If you try to go in here, let's see if it starts to do it. You start taking damage if you wander in these areas. And yeah, I can't get in. I really can't get in here and tackle this guy because see, it's because you need to unlock it, and I haven't unlocked it. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not really overly concerned about it because that's really not. The dungeons they're okay, but they're a bit on the lame side if you ask me. They're not worth the effort, in my opinion. You know, so I don't really care about that too much. But this is a nice little area, I think, that I can utilize to build some forestry stuff. You know, build some. Now I don't know if the bees will work here or not. May not. I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, you know, I don't really know what will work and what won't work in the Twilight Forest. So that's what I'm kind of gonna investigate. But I wanted to do something here, and so I thought, you know what, forestry would be something good to do. So yeah, that's what my plans are, at least. But it's going to be down the road just a bit. Not going to be anytime soon at this point because I have a lot that I need to do. I want to get the, as I said, get my thermal processing center up and running, and then I'm going to do the IC2. And my main focus on IC2 is to set up a diamond manufacturing facility. And then after that, I'm going to do the forestry because what I want to do is you know, utilize some of this stuff here that I do for forestry, utilize it for like charcoal, you know, build a tree farm and that kind of stuff, and utilize it in the overworld. So, and I thought it'd be appropriate to do forestry here in the Twilight Forest. So But anyways, guys, that's it. It's I've been busy. I've been doing stuff. It's kind of doesn't look really, when you sit down and kind of look at it, doesn't look like I've done a whole lot, but it's definitely kept me busy. So and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. It's just a lot of resource collecting, as I said before, resource collecting and building stuff. And you know, you've seen, I'm not really showing any of the building on camera or any of the you know, fabrication on camera, because you guys have seen it a million times. I mean, you know, if you watch any sort of modded anything, you know, you've seen it a million times. So I'm just not going to show it because you guys have already seen it. So you know, I'm just going to give you little recaps and stuff, but we may do some little building together and those type of things. But yeah, I mainly just wanted to kind of give you guys a recap on what's going on. So I like my little tree farm here. So, but anyways, guys, I'm losing my voice. I'm been real sick this week, so losing my voice. So I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you again next time. Bye bye now.